One family is still struggling to deal with changes in Nebraska's sex offender registry law that was reformed in 2009. Star City's Camila Orti has this exclusive interview.
That's right. I talked to an Omaha man who said those changes have nearly ruined his life.
So this is my family, this is my wife, and this is my oldest son.
Tony Underwood seems like any other family man. He lives in Omaha, owns a business, exercises regularly, but he is not ordinary. He's a registered sex offender.
I was convicted of an attempted third-degree sexual assault of a child on December of 2008.
Third-degree sexual assault is a misdemeanor. His crime took place in 2006. Underwood admits that he acted inappropriately toward his daughter's 12-year-old friend who was sleeping over.
Her top was somewhat exposed, and so she had developed breasts, and I'd noticed it, went over, covered her up, and went to bed.
But Underwood says he could not forget what he had seen.
I got up and went back into the room to try and see if she was in that same position. And then I'd left the room, and then I was basically going back and forth.
He says he accepts his guilt and his placement on the private registry that only the state patrol can see. But when Nebraska amended its sex offender laws in 2009, everything changed. Underwood's crime became public in a big way.
I was essentially resentenced with a punishment that was far greater than my original sentence, because I would have happily taken a year in prison versus put my family on the registry.
Nebraska's amended law makes it possible for authorities to put offenders on the registry for crimes they had committed in the past. Tony is also upset that he is lumped in with offenders who have committed more serious crimes, like rape of a child. Tony has support from Nebraska senators like Amanda McGill, who are doing what they can now to change the law.
My heart was breaking for people like Tony.
And Tony's heart breaks for his family.
For my wife and my children to be punished, honestly far greater than I've been punished, is so wrong. I can't even put words to it.
And going to school became unbearable for his children, especially his daughter, whose relationship with her dad has never been the same.
So she was essentially having to deal with the fact that she was raped by her father in the eyes of her peers, which was really difficult for her.
And now they've got a scarlet letter. We've really messed up some people's lives who are good people.
But not everyone is sympathetic.
Coming from a parental view, would I let my child go and spend the night at one of their children's houses knowing that? Probably not. My protective side says I would want to know.
Nebraska Senator Pete Persh, who introduced the bill, still stands behind his law. He says the old registry system was a guessing game.
It would be beautiful if we could accurately predict what people are capable of doing in the future, but I suggest to you that's not within the reach of our current abilities in the area of science.
In the meantime, the state is paying for a study that's looking at whether or not the old registry was working. Senator McGill says those results should come in December.